I'm going to ask you a question that's related to what you do. You know, we're about health. How do you feel about this? Because you know it's a major issue now, health care for those that don't have it. They can't get testing for HIV. I mean, just it's a whole consciousness, just not knowing where to go and having that motivation too, though. That seems to be what you guys are doing.
Well, I know for me, growing up in Canada where you have health care, it's something that is kind of taken for granted, but once I moved here and started really spending time here in the U.S., I was like, wow. You know, it's shameful that there is no sort of compassion for just a person to be healthy. I mean, you know, and you know when you go to a doctor's office and they're asking if you have health insurance before you even see a doctor,
you can't even get to the doctor's
I mean, that's
office.
crazy.
That's on the telephone.
Right, right. It's crazy, and it's just sad, really, really sad. So for us, I think when we do our shows and we tour, we're going to try and
speaking forums.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of
speaking forums,
town hall meeting type settings, and
get to the people
and do what it is that we can. Again, I think each one of us understands that we've been very blessed with the platform of music, and sometimes people look at it that it's unfair that people will hear the voice of an entertainer before they listen to what they feel may be a social voice of reason or a political voice of reason, but we take our platform very seriously. And since we know people are listening, we want to use it to get the message out there and to try to help invoke some change. I mean, until it does get to a point where everyone can go see a doctor and there can be some prevention as opposed to trying to counter a disease once it's already attacked the body, if we can convince some doctor that he'll do free testing while we're out on the road, then you know, we're doing what we're supposed to do, and until the final thing that should happen takes place. And so that's what this is really about. We want to see some cures for some diseases too. Each one of us has had a brush with different things inside of our own families, and the way I see it is that no one can afford a major disease. I don't care who you are and how much money you have. No one can afford cancer. No one can afford AIDS. And there has to be something that we're human. People are human, and there's got to be a compassion element that goes back into that. And so we just want to do what we can to try to help it.
Yeah, often, you know, kids, they just see you guys as entertainers. They don't see that side that you do have compassion and that you do care. So I commend you for that. And
thank you. Thank you.
Will your music be reflecting like some of the things that, are you just gonna?
Well, I mean, there's gonna be songs that you can dance to and party to.
Yes,
but it's songs that we want to hear. That we, you know, that we're riding, we're driving in our car, and we want to hear. They're not all gonna be, you know, making you sort of reflect on life. Sometimes you just want it easy. Sometimes you just want it easy.
Sometimes you don't want to think about it.
Sometimes you don't want to think about it. So it's gonna be, you know, like the roller coaster of life, pretty much.
A good ride.
Yeah.
It's a good ride. Yeah. You'll be able to atone and everything by the time you finish listening to this record. You'll be done had a party. Forgave yourself.
Right.
You got a combination of, what I should say, you have slow.
Yes.
R&B.
R&B. I think it's a good fusion. It's a fusion.
Record. Soulful. Yeah, it's a fusion of many different things. All in one.
But all from right here.
Shep Crawford, you know, is spearheading, executive producing all the music, and you know, all the songs are just talk about different types of love, different types of relationships, different type of relationships with yourself as a woman, you know.
The music is in the forefront. I think it's not about. I mean, we're working with Shep Crawford, who I think is a friend of all of ours, and we trust him, and we wanted the music to stand out in this. It's not about, you know, so much has gotten to be about that, about who's producing it, who's,
well, Shep is a super producer.
Of course.
He's just
let's just inform the people.
Right, Shep Crawford has,
Shep Crawford, wrote and produced Nobody's Supposed to Be Here, which stayed on the charts for 14 consecutive weeks.
At number one.
At number one.
He wrote and produced Stranger in My House for Tamia. Shep Crawford has produced so many songs for me, it's ridiculous, but the one that people would probably migrate to most would be the remake that we did together of As We Lay. He produced that as well. So it's not, Shep is a super producer, and what I love about this project is that we have actually gone a little old school on it in that we don't have 10 different producers on this project.
That's the key, is that there's continuity.
Right, there is a continuity.
With the whole vibe, with all of the songs, with what the music is saying. And the delivering of it.
He's a super producer, not a super ego or a super character. He's just, he's doing the music.
It will sound like an album.
Great.
We did together in the room together.
So do you remember what it was like when you got up on Saturday? This is the best way I can describe this album, seriously. You get up on Saturday, you knew you had laundry to do and all of this kind of stuff, and you put on that one record and you just let it play from song to song to song to song. Very hard to do that these days without skipping or moving forward. You will do that with the Queen Project.
Well, you guys definitely got the heart of what's going to make people vibe and want to move to your music. Now, I want you guys to leave us with something. I'm not going to ask the question. I want you to tell us, what do you want them to get from your project?
We want them to be inspired to go and do something positive with their lives.
And help
somebody else. So look out for the Queen Project 2010. Well, the single will be out this fall. The album, top of the year.
Top of the year. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Wonderful. You guys have inspired me.
Oh,
thank
awesome.
you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Just being here past 10 minutes. So I wish you guys the best.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Tracy?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You got the mix, right?
I believed for so long I wasn't good enough, could not compete. Searching here and there, trying to find somebody to make me complete. Evil words said over and over like a song left on repeat. Like a thief, you came in the night, you wanted my what do you think you're seeing? I'm a queen, that's who I am. Oh, 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 oh. Call me queen, that's who I am. Oh, 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 oh. Tried your best, but you can't be. I'm the one and only me. So say my name. Royal Highness, Your Majesty. Simple. Call me queen. Who do I think I am? She's tripping. I can hear the thoughts you think. I know where she comes from. You said she's
just a little snippet right there. That's all. The rest you got to pay for.
That's hot.